In Louisville, Kentucky, they love thoroughbreds who know how to run down the stretch and get to the wire first. And certainly, they've seen plenty of them here. From Johnny Unitas to Lamar Jackson, today, the Louisville Cardinals will try to live up to that legacy. There's just something about the nightcap. After a day of wall-to-wall football, it just seems this is when chaos ensues. As we'll see a squad from the Big Ten, the Arizona State Sun Devils, taking on the #1 team in the land, the Louisville Cardinals. For EA Sports College Football, I'm Reese Davis, David Pollack, and Jesse Palmer with me. Guys, it's time to get it going. Cardinals have been waiting and waiting, and finally the moment is coming and the opening of the season. So much for the touchback. Here he comes. He stopped short of the 20 at the 19 and probably wishes he'd just taken the touchback. This crowd bringing an ear-splitting welcome to their visitors. Here's the handoff. Nifty run there. Pickup of 6 out to the 25. Guys, in basketball through the years, we've seen the Big Ten ACC Challenge, and it'll be fun to watch this one on the football field.
I think this is going to be a real test of physicality. I know these are two conferences that pride themselves on that, going out and establishing the line of scrimmage. So, David, interesting X's and O's matchup here in this one.
Yeah, and it's always cool to have those measuring stick opponents. Like, once we start getting deeper in the season and start having the comparison game, well, you have a matchup, a big matchup of a Big Ten school versus an ACC school. This will be used in the college football playoff criteria.
This crowd going to try to make life miserable for these guys. They'll run for it on 3rd and short. They get him on the ground, but it's a first down.
And I think on that last run play on 3rd down here early in the game, they're making a statement that we believe we're the more physical team and we're going to run the football even if you know it's coming at you. Nice job. They've got the ball at midfield. I expect to see more run plays coming up.
The Sun Devils come to the line with a new set of downs. The give to the single back. Great to have perfect blocking, but you can also make your own, and that's exactly what he does, getting it up to the 36.
And as an offensive coordinator, you don't need the perfect play with this guy as your running back. He's going to make the play perfect for you because he makes everybody miss. Spin moves, hurdles, stiff arms, speed, whatever it takes to move the sticks and score touchdowns.
Just when they're looking run, now up top. And the pass is intercepted. They got him down pretty quickly after the pick, but now they've got it at the 15-yard line.
You know, after watching that interception, I just wonder if this kid's too amped up tonight. He was so excited to take the field. He thought this was going to be a game that he could stat it up. He's going to have to do a better job tonight with his decision-making. That is not how you want to start a game.
The offense lining up for a first down play.
Get set.
They'll run behind the big guys on the right. That play just never had a chance. They knock him down for a loss of 5.
Second down coming up.
Tough way to start this drive. Now they'll try to fix it on 2nd and 15. Off the play fake. Pressure's there, and he gets rid of it. He just got rid of the football. Not sure what he was doing, and they're going to get him for grounding. This defense has kept them backed up. Now one more stop, and they can get off the field on 3rd and long. He's looking downfield to throw. He puts a lot of air under it down the sideline. And the tackle is made, but not before that completion gets them 30+. And the Cardinals moving quickly to the line.
Man, if I'm a defense, I got to find a way to get some more pressure on the quarterback or disrupt their timing and their rhythm. I can't give them these big chunk plays through the air. I got to be maybe a little bit more aggressive or do something a little bit different.
They stop him at the 42, but they get it across midfield, pick up 10 and the first down.
You know, you talk so much about QBs, right, and having to make really good decisions. There's a great example. He didn't see anybody open downfield. He didn't hesitate for 1 second. He put his head down, and he took off and went running and generated an explosive play for the offense.
And they'll wrestle him to the ground after a short gain.
I like feeding my guy. I like getting my running back touches, feeding the ball so he can break some of those big runs, but I'm also okay with these little ones. Set the tone, stay balanced.
On second down, looking to throw. Caught in the backfield, it's Lay. The defense wouldn't let him loose there, and it was a completion, but they lost yardage.
Loses 3. Third down coming up.
They line up with some serious work to do if they want to convert this one. On third down, going up top. Takes a hit as he fires. And the pass hits, picked off. And they'll drag him down after a good return on the interception. He looked as if he thought he had it all the way, and this junior makes a play.
Man, what a great break on the football. Nice job seeing it, squeezing it. A lot of those defensive guys, man, they don't have great hands all the time, but you always remember your first interception. They'll always remember this moment.
And the defense makes the stop after a minimal gain.
That's a really good job by the defense, wrapping them up, getting them on the ground. Take away that run game. Make them one-dimensional, put them in passing situations. Really good job by the defense.
Picked up 2 yards on that last one. They need 8 on second down. He's looking to throw. Good quickness to grab it off the bounce. Each brought down, but he went backwards after that completion, not the way they had it drawn up. He got a hand on it, deflected it, but probably just got a bruise off that missile and gave up the completion.
Yeah, not used to handling the revolutions on that football. QB zipped it in there. Nice job getting the deflection, getting your hand on the football. That's what you're supposed to, find the football, but the offense got the break and got the completion.
They'll move the chains. Good execution on third down. They've got it at the 41.
QBs, when you see zone coverage, man, can you manipulate defense when you have a good pocket and you've got time to throw. You had a little bit of time to throw. You can move guys with your eyes. That drag comes wide open. Good throw, good catch, first down.
Not a whole lot of progress made there on the short run.
And the defense doing a great job committing to the run. When you commit to the run like this, obviously you can give up some plays in the passing game, but you got to stop the run first.
Gets it out quickly. And the defense holds firm. No pickup at all on that play.
Well, the offense is trying to get a big-time playmaker the ball out in space quickly with the wide receiver screen, but the defense is having none of it.
Here comes this home crowd as the defense tries to get off the field on third down. From the gun, wants to pass. Going to throw it over the top of the D. And it slips through his fingers, incomplete. That would have been a huge gain if he could have held on.
Nice job by the defense. They're mixing up their look. They're third and long in field goal range. They go zone coverage, so everybody on the back end has the eye on the quarterback, and they're able to break on the ball, force the incompletion.
On fourth down, trying to find his man. Fires left. He's got it, making Burton. He's run out of bounds, but a big play on that one, and it'll be a first down. Sometimes we don't give enough credit to a receiver knowing exactly where he needs to be on the field, and they pick up the first down there.
Yeah, and you've got to give the receiver credit, obviously knowing where that is, but the defender needs to know Where is he trying to get? That ball's going to come out quick. He didn't really understand where the sticks were, and because of that, he gives up the first down. Need to just be a little bit more aware as a defensive guy.
He spun that wheel of fortune by challenging the call, and it does not go his way, and he loses the timeout. They'll ride the running back and leave it with him. They bring him down, and he's going to lose a yard on that one.
They're trying to run the football. There's just nowhere to go for the ball carrier inside. He tried to bounce it to the outside. That linebacker way too fast. He met him there and forced the TFL.
Second down now as they're ready to go back to work. The back goes in motion. With jet sweep pass. Made a little something out of that run. He picked up a couple down to the 14. Need to pick up this conversion and avoid having to settle for the field goal. On 3rd and long, trying to have a big completion here. He looks that one in nicely. And he's not going to make it. The defense denying him the first down.
Well, the defense playing zone coverage there. They're taking away all of the QB's primary options down the field, so he has to check it down to the drag running underneath.
4th down, and this crowd is making it miserable on this offense. Fires into the end zone. He's got it. They'll get him stopped just short of the end zone, but they're in business here with a first down.
Well, I think the defense was even caught off guard on that one, guys. Not seeing the field goal unit trot out onto the field. They had a golden opportunity there to make a stop and get the ball back without surrendering any points. They couldn't do it, though, and now all of a sudden their backs are against the wall.
Quarterback duplicitous in his dealing. Some would even say sneaky. Wedges, pushes, and he's over and in for the touchdown.
Well, I think sometimes on 1st and goal like that, you're just trying to get up to the line of scrimmage early. You're trying to catch the defense off guard. So you go quarterback sneak, you find the crease, you plow forward, and it worked. They score a touchdown.
That one bounds through the end zone, and it'll be a touchback. Offense is headed back out on the field. Boy, they had that last drive moving a little bit, David, but then the mistake just crushed them.
Yeah, and those mistakes are going to happen. You're going to throw the football, you're going to throw interceptions, but I think I stay aggressive with this offense. I get back to what I did in the first part of that drive, what made me successful.
I agree, David. Just turn the page if you're a quarterback, right? On this drive, you did a lot of good things there leading up to that pick. Forget about it, move on, play the next play.
45. Defense on skates that time. They finally drag him down at the 42.
You got to feel good for this kid, too. He worked so hard this past offseason to put himself in position to be the starting running back, and he's got a lot of skill, guys. He's got speed, open field running ability. I think he's going to be a big part of the offense this season.
The receivers often will run their route based on a side adjustment. He's going to pass. Lets it fly. And this is dropped. Incomplete pass. He had a huge gain in his fingers, and he couldn't hold on.
Hey, listen, the quarterback didn't get the completion on that throw, but that doesn't mean you can't try again. Trust in your playmakers outside to push the field and stretch it vertically and make a play for you. It won't surprise me to see this QB take more shots as this game goes on.
Let's see if they go back to the air on second down. From the shotgun, the inside give. On the move at the 30. And the defense finally makes the stop after the sweet run and good gain.
Man, who says you can't run up the middle anymore, right? Everybody thinks I got to make big plays. I got to go way out to the left, way out to the right, way out in space. Nope, right down the middle. Nice blocking. How about the running back? You could tell the speed, the wheels, does a great job getting down the field, making a huge...
And this sophomore able to wreak some havoc and get the sack.
It's a curious play call offensively to try to throw after that great gain on the ground the snap before. If you're winning in the trenches up front, keep it going. Let the big fellas go to work. I don't like the idea of throwing the ball there.
On second down, he'll let it fly. And that's going to be incomplete. A lot of contact on the play, but no flags. It'll be third down.
What a hit by the defender. That's a good throw, and that was going to be caught, but how about the defender dislodging the football from its intended target? Nice job.
They're close enough for a makeable field goal from the 26, but they'd love to convert this third and long. The receivers telling the quarterback what they see. On third and long, try to convert through the air. Throws toward the end zone. Just threw that one way too far.
And the offense got themselves in a tough situation. Third and long, so hard to execute, especially when the field starts to shrink. But the good news is they got a field goal in their back pocket.
It's good. He could have hit a string right in the middle of the uprights there. Let's go to the studio now and check in with Kevin Connors. Kevin, what do you got?
All right, fellas, here's a final update on a top 15 clash. Auburn escaped with the victory, and I say escaped. Look, in college football, teams will take any win, but I think those Tigers fans there today could have done without this one being so close. Iron sharpens iron, and you just know a top 15 matchup like this is going to go a long way in telling the story of each of these teams' seasons.
Kevin, thanks a lot for that one. Sounds as if they had a good one there. Arizona State has the ball back in the offense, making its way onto the field. Jesse looking to take it down the field for back-to-back touchdowns.
I think it's really important for them moving forward, too, to have a lot of balance, right? You want to be able to keep this defense guessing, Pollard.
Yeah, and you got me searching for answers after that last drive. You stack another drive on top of this, their defense's heads are going to be spinning all over the place.
That's a way to give yourself some breathing room. Now the second play of the drive from the 36. Out of the gun, the give to the back. Not a whole lot of room there. 3 yards maybe, second and 7.
You know, I think a big part of this isn't necessarily scoring a touchdown on that play, but you're just trying to get your offensive line in the rhythm of the game. Let those big fellas get lathered.
Got 3 on first down at second and 7. End off from the shotgun. Really nice stop there from this senior leader. Lining up, trying to convert this third and short from the 40. From the gun, they'll try to impose their running game. And more yards after contact.
And they just kind of...
Running back carry.
There as a defensive guy, 3rd and 5+. I'm thinking pass. They were thinking pass, Palmer, and they slipped the run in.
And it's so nice then to have this guy at running back too, right? Because you could throw it to him on 3rd down or hand it off, and he's got the vision and the athleticism to go pick up that first, keep the drive going.
Out of the shotgun, they go to the ground. Able to scrounge 3 yards out of that one somehow. It's 2nd and 7.
And sticking to the run. I'll tell you what, a lot of teams that are really good are really stubborn, and they continue to run the football even with little success. So this offense is going to continue to focus on running the football, you can tell.
He wants to pass it on 2nd down. Finds his man. Really confident throw and catch there. Big pickup, and they have a 1st down. And the Sun Devils will hustle to the line. They'll throw it on 1st down. Unleashes one deep. Makes the grab.
The pass on 1st down. Caught by the receiver. Gain of 25 on the play.
The Sun Devils are threatening on 1st and goal. A designed run for the quarterback. And he runs it in for the score. Touchdown, Sun Devils!
And this offense is firing on all cylinders right now. Starting the year, game 1, creating a little bit of a pad and separation at the end of this 1st half. But you can see why so many people are really excited about this offense this season.
It bounds through the back of the end zone, and it'll be a touchback. Louisville has it back in the offense, coming out ready to attack. So late in the half, this is really an opportunity, David, maybe to swing the momentum in their favor.
Dang right. There's no time to be concerned. If we're a little bit down, listen, I just think this is a point with the offense that they can prove. Like, we're here, we're going to create something now that we can build on in the 2nd half.
Coach said all week he wanted to be aggressive. This is a great opportunity to show that right now. At the end of the 1st half, try and generate some momentum, score some points before going.
He hurls one deep down the left side. And it goes through his hands. Oh, he had an explosive play right there for the taking, but couldn't reel it in.
Quarterback could not have walked that ball and placed it into the hands of his receiver any better. That was a perfect throw. Wide out, deep downfield. You got to finish the play.
He'll take another shot here. And it slips through his fingers, incomplete. That would have been a huge gain if he could have squeezed it.
This is a point where you just got to be able to focus. And the critical down and distances in this game, like that 3rd down right there, when it's a good throw, you got to make the catch. You've got to be able to make that play.
The Cardinals send out the punt unit.
In punt formation to kick it away.
Secures it at the 30. The coverage team was down there to corral him. They made the stop, and they'll mark it at the 39. Arizona State is going back on offense, and they come out looking for a spark. In modern college football, Jesse, if there's time, there's an opportunity to attack.
And I like them being aggressive here too, guys. Look, they practice.
Oh, it's loose. Oh, it looks as if the defense got it. And he's brought down, and this defense gets the ball back for its own.
Nice heads-up play by the defense to jump on that ball after he got popped out.
Time dwindling away as they try to put points on the board right before the half. Quarterback checking the play. They'll crank up this drive with the pass. Going up top. The pass falls incomplete, and there are 8 seconds left.
And listen, as a quarterback, you're trying to find the matchup, trying to find who's open. I don't know if anybody was open, but that was not a greatly thrown football. I don't know if it was miscommunication, but the ball thrown out of bounds and just on to the next down.
On second down, he's looking downfield. Oh, he loves to fire downfield. The pass is incomplete, and 1 second is left.
And the offense clearly saying, we want to take those deep shots. We want to be aggressive. And I think that's a good strategy because it makes the defense really honor what you're going to do. And just missed a little bit, but I wouldn't be surprised if this offense finds a way to come back to some of those deep ones.
They make the stop, and that is the end of the first half. We played 2 quarters here. Time to go to Kevin Connors in our halftime update. And the Sun Devils will kick it away first, and we'll start the second half. Fielded in the end zone. It's Madden. Gets it across the 20 to the 21, and not quite what he would have picked up just taking the touchback.
First and 10.
The Louisville offense is headed back out on the field. Trailing by a couple of scores, they'd like to generate some confidence here early in the third quarter.
Down 2 possessions, the coaching staff met in at halftime, and they've probably scripted this opening drive. Just like they do at the start of the game, they've now got an idea of what plays they feel most confident in, what plays their quarterback is seeing the best to go out here and execute a scoring drive.
Well, and it's nice to get the ball first. Like, I got the first opportunity to close the gap a little bit, apply some great game pressure to these guys. So I think getting the ball first, driving down, scoring right here will be huge.
And they'll get it to the 39-yard line, and they'll move the chains.
Man, that was a good run, but it was almost even better. Great job by the offense. Keep the running game going. You get big chunks like this. Not only was that a big chunk, it also looked like it could have gone for more.
Showing the arm strength to the left. And they couldn't make the connection on the long shot.
Got to give this defense credit, man. They've been so good in the back end in coverage. They basically gave nothing away in the first half. And here they are in the second half defending a deep ball.
From the shotgun now, here's an inside give. Good pickup there as he gets the first down. They'll mark him at the 48. And the Cardinals racing to the line in the hurry-up.
And this guy is elite. There's a reason why he starts in this offense. You just saw the speed and the open field running ability on that last play. And this is a guy that is going to be...
Makes a diving grab along the right sideline.
Man, I love those guys that are willing to put their body on the line. And he does it right here, man. Just lays out. That ball's coming in. You can see it from several yards out, making that play, laying out, keeping the football from touching the turf. Great concentration, great effort by the receiver.
From the gun, the running back has it. He showed it all there. A little elusiveness, a little power, and he's got the first down.
You're down. Obviously, at the half, you had a conversation. We got to come out and put points on the board. And, Jesse, it looks like they're going to start with the ground game.
And I love this, David, too. Regardless of whether they're losing or they're winning, come out here and try to be the most physical unit here in the second half. Get this run game established.
Fights through the pile and picks up a couple down to the 16. Picked up 2 yards on that last one. They need 8 on second down. The encroachment penalty on the D gives the offense a free 5 yards. They're about to snap it for the 7th time on this drive.
42 Spider. 4-2 spot.
Quarterback run is part of their game plan. He's there to make the stop, but not before. He sets up this offense first and goal from the 7. Defense is backed up. Shadow of the goalpost trying to defend their own end zone. This is a designed run. And maybe he'll get back to the line of scrimmage, but no more than that.
On the play. It's now second and goal.
Defense rose up deep in its own end on that last play. Now a second and long coming. Snap it to the back. And he'll race it to the house. Touchdown, Louisville! Sometimes we ask coaches about halftime adjustments, and they go blah, 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 blah. And then sometimes they make some good ones.
Sometimes that blah, 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 blah actually works, but it's working now. But it might be too little too late, but at least you got the party started.
He'll try to tack on one more. And with the extra point, they cut the lead to 14-10. They put together a 74-yard touchdown drive, and he found his way to the end zone from the 7 to cap it. The returner will field it and try to set up his offense in great field position. And the coverage team able to wrestle him down. Arizona State has the ball back in the offense, making its way onto the field. As it turns out, the fumble on that last drive set up the touchdown, David.
And there's no bigger stat in football than turnovers. You turn the football over, they turn it into points. Jesse, that is not a recipe for success.
Good news, though, they get another chance, right? They can make amends with this drive right here. That's all that's important. You've got to execute, and you've got to lock in.
After picking up a couple at 2nd and 8. He's looking to throw. And he is snowed under. Sacked at the 7.
And that's the thing about this defense. Yeah, they may be losing the game right now, but they've got difference makers on that side of the football. They got guys that can step up like that, create havoc, get a sack, create negative plays. They're going to need more of that here in the second half if they're going to win this game.
On 3rd and long, no secret what he needs here. Receiver looks it in, it's complete. And he's not going to get there. The defense stands tall and makes the stop. On 4th down, looking for the completion. And they finally make the tackle, but this will be a pretty easy conversion for this offense.
And they're showing you their intentions early in the game. It's 4th down, you're in your own end. We're going to be aggressive, and we're not just going to do this early. We're going to do this all game long. Awesome execution on a critical down.
The Sun Devils have it with a 1st and 10. From the gun, running back gets the give. They can rely on this guy to pick up solid yardage when they need it, and he's out to the 43.
Hey, 5 to 6 yards a pop. I don't know if you guys are really good at math, but that usually equals a 1st down every couple carries. So don't forget about the run game. Keep them honest, pound that rock.
Looking for a physical attack from the gun. And you can forget running in the middle against this defense.
Stopping the run is very high on every defensive coordinator's list. Making the team one-dimensional. Nice job stuffing the run on that play right there.
Better find the earplugs. Here comes the noise, backing this defense on 3rd down. From the gun, wants to pass. Just gets rid of it to the running back underneath. And boy, is he close to that 1st down, maybe just a couple of inches short. On 4th down, they'll throw for it. Fires into trap bag, picked off. Not a lot of room on the return, but he'd already got the most important thing, the ball, and they have it at the 46.
It's all about making plays, and this guy's been waiting to make his mark on this team. He gets his 1st interception of the season, and what a momentum-changing play for his team.
Louisville has it back in the offense, coming out ready to attack. There wasn't much need to throw it around on that last drive for the touchdown, Jesse. They got it done running the ball.
And David, I don't think you have to overthink this thing. If they can't stop you running it, why would you stop handing it off? Just keep at it here on this drive.
Well, and if I'm the defense, I'm making some changes. I'm bringing in more big bodies. I'm playing more aggressive towards the line of scrimmage. I am not going to let them have that kind of drive again.
Fighting off the defender. In his sophomore season, he's really learned to find that running room.
That's the end of the third quarter of play. With the score, Arizona State 14, Louisville 10.
They'll start the drive here with first down to open this period.
Here we go.
From the red zone, he's going to throw it. Fires and picked off. And after the interception and the turnover, this defense has set its offense up for business.
And that just kind of caps off this day. It's been a day with not a lot of rhythm, not a lot of timing, not a lot of guys on the same page, and they weren't right there, and the quarterback throws an INT, and this one is not looking good.
Running back searching for a hole. And this defense has its work cut out to get this dude on the ground. He was shedding serious tackles on his way to picking up the first.
It's a point in the game, I think, as a coaching staff where you really challenge your offensive line to go win the football game, right? We've got to lead late. We're going to run the football. And the defense and everybody in the stadium knows that's what's going to happen. Can we run the ball down their throats and impose our will? That's what this offense right now is trying to do.
Picked up 2 yards on that last one. They need 8 on second down. From the gun, they'll try to impose their will. And how about that play by that giant, that mountain of a man on the defensive front?
All right, so I know the defense is going to be aggressive, right? They got their stop. They forced a third down. How aggressive does the offense want to be in response? Because if I throw the football, get a first down, I can run this clock almost out. This defense has to make a choice, but this offense, how aggressive do you want to be?
And they wrap him up, but not before he gets enough on the catch for the first down.
And you just get the feeling that this defense has to find a way to get off the field and get the football back at this juncture of the game, trailing late if they're going to win.
And the Sun Devils are moving quickly down the field. The give out of the gun. Not a lot of movement on that one. The defense in position.
At this point of the game, the offense has the lead. And the offensive coordinator knows they want to keep running the football. So he's going back. He's looking at his playlist. And he's saying, which runs work the best for me in this game? What can I lean on right here to make sure we win this one?
After the 3-yard pickup, they come to the line, 2nd and 7. Slammed to the ground, but not before he gets the first down.
Well, the defense didn't blitz. They didn't have everybody in gaps, and the offensive line took advantage at the point of attack, getting some push, opening up a hole, and the offense ripping off a nice run there.
Give to the back. Found enough room to get it into enemy territory. They're down at the 43-yard line.
First down, physicality wins football games. Being able to run the football and create balance. And right here, just choose up another first down, gives you another chance to maybe continue to run the football.
And I feel like this guy, too, is just an explosive play waiting to happen. His vision, his quickness, and he's got a burst. If you give this guy just a crease, he's going to hit it. And right now, he's doing some damage on this defense.
The Sun Devils have it with a 1st and 10. They'll run it to keep the clock moving. And he's knocked down, but there's also laundry on the field. We'll see what the officials have called. The officials offer the deal, and the coach accepts it. They will take the penalty. So after the penalty, a little extra ground to cover on first down. Give to the running back. They make the stop, but not before he takes a chunk out of what they need to move the sticks.
This offense thinks that they have enough left in the tank here to run the football and run all the time off the clock. They got the lead late. Didn't get the first down on that last one, but it's not going to surprise anybody if they turn around and hand it off again here.
This drive has already drained more than 3 minutes off the clock, and now they've got it on second down. He's looking to throw. Safe completion on the screen. Got some room, headed to the goal line. Touchdown, Arizona State! And they add 6 more to the board with that trip to the house.
And how about the OC slipping in the screen pass? Try to mix it up, slow down that pass rush, let it come up the field a little bit, get it to your running back, let him do the rest. Nice blocking, nice play call to throw in the screen to change it up a little bit and get the big touchdown.
The kickoff bounces through. Bring it out to the 25. The Louisville offense is headed back out on the field. That last drive was promising for a while, but you just can't mess it up at the end with the pick, Jesse.
No, you've got to be able to finish drives, especially in this game. If you're going to win, and David, they've got to be able to eliminate the mental mistakes.
Yeah, and I don't think you get conservative or play it safe. You can trust your guy. I think you put the ball right back in his hands and let him do his thing.
After the incompletion, it's 2nd and 10 from their own 25. Quarterback changing the plays at the line. Wants to throw on second down. He'll off one deep down the left side. And that's going to be incomplete, going for broke on second down, but third down's coming up.
The offense has got to find something here in the fourth quarter. You can tell pressing a little bit. They need that big play. They want that big play to try to make this game a better ball game. Took the shot. Unsuccessful, but I wouldn't be...
And it's intercepted. A turnover for the defense. Touchdown, Sun Devils. The defense puts 6 on the board with a big-time interception return.
Yeah, and that just might do it. Man, offense needed points badly. Defense comes up with the big interception, takes it all the way back just to pad their lead a little bit and make this game almost out of reach.
On the run from inside his own 5. And he is brought down, but there is a penalty marker on the field. So the decision has been made, and the coach will take the penalty. We'll see what this offense can do sitting inside its own 20. The give to the tailback.
Linebackers have such an amazing responsibility. Got to play run, got to play pass. How about this? Seeing the run aggressively, getting downhill, and getting in the backfield and making the tackle for a loss.
Second down coming up. Power football with the run. And they try the middle of this stout defense, and they rise to the challenge. Boy, there wasn't much room to wiggle for that running back there.
None at all. Great job by the defense getting in the backfield quickly, closing up all the holes, nowhere to run.
The give to the lone running back. Picks up just a few before he's brought down, not really willing to take a risk there on 3rd and long. The Cardinals will send out the punt unit. This will be the second time they've had to kick it away. He just wanted to get it out of there from his end zone. He will not make a fair catch. Field the punt and bring it back. Well, they finally stop him, but he found some running room on that return and really helps out his offense to start this drive. Running out the clock, a mere formality between them and a victory as we have victory formation.